It's a good little mine. It produces very high value stones. The average historic unit value of sales has been $183 a carat, which is well above the world average, which is just over $100 a carat. Most of our diamonds are really high quality gem diamonds used in luxury goods, luxury jewelry, engagement rings. That type of stone is important to some of the big brands that you see in Paris and New York.
All right, so hello and welcome to the Assay TV. Today I am here at 1-to-1 Mining Investment Dubai, and I'm with Ken Johnson, President and CEO of Lipari Mining. So Ken, it's a pleasure to have you joining us today.
Thanks for the invite.
And maybe you can start by just giving us an overview of Lipari Mining and your core focus in the diamond sector.
Yeah, well, Lipari is a diamond producer. We have a mine in Brazil, which we put into production in 2016. We produce about 140,000 carats of diamonds a year, 25 million in gross revenues in sales. And the mine started out as an open pit, and now we've transitioned the mine to an underground operation where we expect to continue for at least another 3 to 4 years in the underground. And during that time, with the underground operation, we're shifting our focus to Angola, where really that's the future of our company. It's where the growth is going to come. Production there will be 10 times what we're producing in Brazil. So that's really the future of our company.
Okay, excellent. Well, before we go into the future, maybe we can look at the current and the past.
Sure, yeah, that's fine.
So you have, as you mentioned, you successfully transitioned to underground mining at the Bruna project in Brazil.
Yeah.
So can you talk about, production and really what this means for the project?
Well, it's important for the project because we've been able to extend the life of the mine, and obviously that's important for the company, but also important for the community in which we work. Because we're the dominant employer in the town of Nordestina, we're the community that we're based in. So it's obviously very important for that community and for the state of Bahia. And it's a good little mine. It produces very high value stones. The average historic unit value of sales has been $183 a carat, which is well above the world average, which is just over $100 a carat. Most of our diamonds are really high quality gem diamonds used in luxury goods, luxury jewelry, engagement rings. That type of stone is important to some of the big brands that you see in Paris and New York.
Okay, excellent. And so you did have very strong production results at Bruna in Q2 of this year. So, can you talk about what measures you've implemented to optimize quality, diamond recoveries here?
Yeah, the transition from an open pit operation to an underground operation, wasn't easy, because it's a different type of mining, much more complex, and higher cost as well. And certainly during that transition, we struggled to reduce dilution, to keep the grade up and the diamond quality as high as we needed it. But over that time period, we were able to overcome some of those challenges, those obstacles. We've reduced the dilution and production started to increase, and quality of the diamonds increased as well. So we had good results, and hopefully that carries forward.
Okay, excellent. And so looking ahead to your Angola project now, so you do have the Tchitengo diamond project here, and this has been described as a major growth engine.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Can you talk about really what makes this project so significant for Lipari, and maybe give us a few more details?
Well, it's a very interesting project because it's been largely de-risked. We have a concession that's very large. It's 1,000 square kilometers. It covers 30 kimberlite deposits, so 30 diamond deposits. One of those kimberlites was brought to feasibility by Alrosa, which is the world's largest diamond producer, the big Russian company. They discovered the pipe called Tchitengo, which sits in the southern part of our concession. They discovered that in 2005, spent $35.6 million up to 2013 when they completed a feasibility study, and we're looking to put the project into production at that time. So, they've done all that work. We've got access to all that engineering work, all the drawings, all the designs, everything. So, now it's at a stage where we can just move the project forward and put it into production. What we have to do is update the feasibility study. So, we're doing that now. Last year, we completed a drilling campaign to confirm the resource that they reported back in 2013 in their feasibility study. Now we'll go and put a processing plant in on site. We're shipping that from Canada over to Angola. Early next year, we'll start processing kimberlite, recovering a parcel of diamonds in excess of 5,000 carats, which is kind of the representative size parcel, you need to be able to get a good diamond value, and put a pin in the economics of the deposit. So once we have that diamond value in today's market, we can update the feasibility study to today's costs and everything, and then look to move forward and put the mine into production.
Okay, excellent. And so you have announced some plans for bulk sampling at Chorizo. Yep. So can you talk about the objectives of this program and how will these results influence the next steps for the company?
Well, it's, as I mentioned, we're focused on recovering this parcel of diamonds, 5,000 carats at least, which is a good representative size parcel to pin your economics on. And really that, the diamond value for that deposit, it's the last economic element we need, the last variable we need to complete the feasibility study. Once we have that feasibility study done, we can go get the senior financing we need to put the mine in production. We expect that the capital cost of that mine will be about $160 million, of which 70% of that should be debt financeable, and the rest will be financed by equity financing going forward. So our goal is to complete the bulk sampling program in 2026, construction in 2027, and then production starts in 2028.
Okay, excellent. And so you have recently acquired a kimberlite processing plant to help fast track development.
That's right.
At Tchitengo. So can you talk about, what does this mean for the timeline of the project?
It means that we can move the project forward quite quickly. We acquired this plant in Canada. It's already pre-built, so we can ship that over, and it's on its way over to Angola now. And so that should buy us at least another 6 months in terms of moving the program forward. So we expect all next year we'll complete the feasibility study, the bulk sampling program, and then complete the study and move forward with the mine construction in 2027.
Okay, excellent. And so over the next 6 to 12 months, looking at both Baruna and Tchitengo, are there any key milestones that we should be on the lookout for, or just from Lipari overall?
Yeah, we'll look at we'll have our production coming out of Brazil. We'll be reporting that every quarter. And then I think the really exciting news that's going to come out of Angola. Completion of the bulk sampling program. We'll do some more drilling, starting to work on the mine design, at least the pre-feasibility study, forecast of the economics. I think it's all news that's going to stimulate the market and hopefully have a positive impact on our share price.
Okay, excellent. Well, definitely quite a bit to look forward to in both Brazil and Angola. But those were all the questions I had for you today, Ken. So I want to thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed this.
And on the Assay.
Thanks very much.